you guys. Thanks for tuning in to Diversion channel. This is my channel, and today I'm D, and today I'm going to be talking about doing a quick snap review of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way with Holly and Wayne. I'm only going to talk about two couples because the other couples that were on this episode are boring to me. So, actually, Holly and Wayne is boring too, but I'm just gonna say that, I've heard a lot of reviews about Holly and Wayne and how Wayne is controlling. Holly moved to Wayne, who is in South Africa, and supposedly, according to Wayne, that part of South Africa is kind of dangerous. So his home has been broken into, I think 3 times. So he's made some like protective measures like pepper spray. He made something so that if someone comes into the garage, they'll get pepper sprayed on, and he's done some other things to further protect his home from burglary. But um, this makes Holly feel unsafe, as well as her mother. Her mother came with her also to um, stay with her for a couple of weeks or a couple of days, whatever, just to see what kind of condition her daughter would be living in or what kind of environment her daughter would be living in. But anyway, so long story short, so Holly dresses kind of, she wears like very loose clothes, but the short clothes, like she wears real short shorts, real short skirts. She wears like sleeves out, arms out, da da da, a little bit, low chest. She's a very petite girl, so it's not like a lot gonna be showing. It's not like she have a bunch of curves and things like that. But he doesn't like the way she dresses, and he says that the way she dresses could um, attract the wrong type of crowd or whatever, especially in South Africa. So I felt like he was looking out for her. I didn't really feel like he was being, you know, so protective because he didn't want other men to look at her. I really felt that he was being very concerned about the way she dressed in that area. And I felt that he was being concerned, especially that being his woman and stuff. He didn't want her to put herself in more danger or attract the wrong attention, which I do understand. Like, 'cause there's men here that do that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So that was basically what their section of the episode was about. And then, so she doesn't feel safe with where he lives because of the burglaries that he's had. So she was saying like, we should, um, she said that she saw some houses that we can look at, some other places. But I don't know if she doesn't know or he hasn't told her about his finances. But according to him, he's not able to move, you know? He can't afford to move right now. So that's why he's doing all he can to stay where he's at and trying to protect his place as best as that he can. So I think from what I can see, I think he's a very hardworking man. And I think he's trying his best to do, what he can. I think he's talking with sense. He's not going to move, when he knows he can't afford it. But he said that he's willing to compromise. So let's see what's going to happen next week. Um, See what kind of compromising they come up with. Okay, the next couple is TJ and Kimberly. Now TJ moved to, was it India? I think it's some part of India. Yeah, my thing is I don't know why these people keep moving overseas and don't understand where they're moving. Like, why don't you know where you're moving? Like, shouldn't you have that already figured out before you even move? And apparently, she stayed there for a whole year, so she should know some of the rules and some of the things that what women can and cannot do in that country. So it's quite annoying when people get on this show and act like they got amnesia or forget about what is going on, especially people that have already been there and spent time with their loved one, and then they, all of a sudden they forget. But there's been a lot of different opinions on this from other reviewers of this show, but I kind of my review of this couple is basically, I feel like Kimberly should not have moved there if she wasn't willing to do most of the things that is required of a woman in that country, especially if she's living there. I could see if she was living in America and he came here and he's trying to adjust to us because we're more laid back and lenient. But when you're going to another country where there's more strict rules, like either you adapt or you don't stay there. So I don't understand. I almost don't understand her complaint because she says that, oh, I don't want to lose myself. I don't want to lose who I am. Well, maybe you shouldn't fall in love with somebody in such a strict country, especially when it comes to women and what women rights are and what women can and cannot do and what they expect of their women. And so anyway, TJ's brother, Yash, he went and took her around to get jewelry for her wedding day. And so everything was going good until they took a break and started talking about, just general talk. And then he was telling her that she needs to compromise. And she was saying that she don't need to lose all of herself. She is compromising. And she was like, I sacrificed a lot to come here. But people keep saying that. I sacrificed a lot. I sacrificed a lot. Okay. Like on every 90-day show, either it's before the 90 days or especially the other way, they always saying they sacrifice a lot. Like, yeah, you sacrifice a lot, but you didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to sacrifice a lot. So stop saying that because you didn't have to go there. Nobody forced you to go there. Nobody put a gun to your head and said you must come here. You chose to go on your own free will, knowing that that country um, is way different from your American country. So come on now, y'all got to stop. Y'all got to come up with something different next season, some new wording. Cause I'm so sick of y'all saying I've sacrificed everything. Ugh. Anyway, so but I do think TJ is a nice guy, and I think he means well. But of course, he's holding back on some of the things that he is expecting her to do, because he doesn't want her to leave. But he shouldn't even have to tell her things, when it comes to what women are, required or subject to do in that country because you can just watch TV. You can research that yourself. She should have known that the rules gonna change. I don't know why she thought she would have been so different. But like I said, TJ brother Yash and her were talking and stuff like that. They got into a big dispute about, compromising and what expected and I think she was very disrespectful when it came to this conversation about, she's only here for TJ and she doesn't even want to be with him or the parents. She don't want to deal with them, but she's dealing with them because of TJ. See, you already starting off on the wrong foot. You're not even married yet, and you already basically faking it because you don't really want to be with these. You really don't want to be around these people. So I feel like you're already starting off wrong, and so all that is like crazy. It's just a waste of time. So yeah, so they got in this big argument. So she went and after the big argument, well during the big argument, she said that they were pretty much calling each other names back and forth. TJ said that, Yash was saying that, she's being stupid but not understanding. And then she was like, don't you ever call me stupid. It's not that I'm stupid. It's just I'm trying to understand what you're saying, your point of view and all that. And, they just got a big, I think they both are stubborn and they both are, you know, strong in what they believe in. But I do believe that she needs to be more acceptive because she did move there and to be and if you was really smart you would have moved there knowing what the rules were there, especially that type of country. It's not like you're going to a Caribbean country or something like that. You're going to like almost pretty much a third world country. So you think and you've been there a year, so you know what you have to have some knowledge of what that country is like, especially when it comes to women and women rights and what women can and cannot do and what they expect of their women. So I feel like it's all BS. I feel like it is just to increase their storyline because she's been there for a year already. She lived there for a year, so this stuff should not be foreign to her. But yeah, I look forward to next week to see what happens. Um, I kind of do want them to make it. I feel like they're a cute couple. But she needs to be more. I feel like both of them need to really sit down and have a deep conversation. But like they said, I think their wedding is in like 6 days. So I don't know how deep a conversation they're gonna have that they should have had like when she was there living there for a year. Right, right. So yeah. Anyway, those are the two couples I liked on the show. What kind of wanted to talk about. But thank you for tuning in. If you want to talk about it, if you want to, have a debate or anything, please notate that in the comment section. But I will see you guys soon. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for tuning in.